You will grieve forever because you love forever, and your love never go anywhere. But I have to tell you this. What are you going to do with the love that your loved one left with you? Because just because the funeral is over, the memorial service is over, and you feel like that chapter has closed, right? But from that point until now, the love never went away. Just because you had a service don't mean that the love had to end. It did not go anywhere. So I'm saying this to say this because a lot of times people live by grief is love with nowhere to go. I don't believe that. I believe grief is love that has no way in the world but to grow. You're gonna be hurt. It's gonna sting. It's gonna feel all type of ways because that's a part of your grieving process. But it's what you do with the love. And you looking at me, a person that was in the front row, and I had my experience, and it took me out, and I feel like I did everything but die, right? But it birthed something inside of me, and it's birthing something inside of you, and the love that they instilled inside of you still remains. It didn't go nowhere. And what you gonna do with it? That's why you don't move on. You don't put them away. You move forward with the love that they gave you. Everything that they instilled inside of you still remains. It's just what you're gonna do with it. You gotta cry to keep going. You gotta cry to keep going. You gotta cry to keep going. You're gonna fail. You're gonna fail. You're gonna fall. You're gonna start over plenty of times because you're going through grief. You're going through a process. You're going through a roller coaster, and your mind is, is everywhere. But you're doing the best that you can, and that's all that matters. But I just want to let you know that there is something that you can do with your grief, because that's what I'm doing. What I did with my grief, I allowed my grief to make me into the woman that I am today. Was it hard as hell? Yes. Did I want to give up? Yes. Did I want to be here sometimes? Yes. All of those questions. Yes, yes, yes. But I suffered and suffered and suffered and suffered and suffered and suffered and suffered. And I never thought I'd be in this space of giving you hope or giving somebody else hope. So that's why I'm saying if God can do it for me, he definitely can do it for you. But it's a process, and you got to continue to be patient with yourself. It's a process, and you still got to continue to be patient with yourself. And it's not like you put it in your back pocket, but when you have those moments and they get heavy and you cry, it's okay to cry. It's okay to release. It's okay to... So many times I tried to go places and I had to go in my car and cry and stay in my car for about 40 minutes because I felt like I got tired. I got mentally drained because you're always thinking about them. You're always trying to replay back what happened. You're always trying to figure out how it's your fault. You're trying to blame yourself, and it's a lot that come with it. But I'm telling you, as your grief counselor, know exactly. Listen. What you gonna do with your grief? What you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with this pain? Because let me tell you something. Anybody that get a reward, let me tell you something. Everybody that get a reward, everybody that graduate, everybody that win a trophy, and they be crying, and I love to see athletes that win when they win the Super Bowl or when they get a reward, because you don't know that person's story. A lot of us just we exert our pain in another way. That's why I miss basketball and going to basketball practice. Because when I used to grieve, I used to be taking it out on the court. Okay, cool, I bet. But what you doing? You don't have that no more. So I'm just saying that because I'm an athlete and I connect with athletes and I get it. And I know so many athletes that have lost their loved ones, and multiple, but they still striving. Somehow they still trying to press forward and make it. So what you gonna do with the love that they left with you? You're going to start that business again. You're going to try again. You're going to go back to school. Whatever you want to do, whatever your dream is, I want you to do it, because that's how the legacy continues. That the legacy remains. The legacy continues. I'm in the funeral home right now, right? But just because the owner passed away don't mean that the funeral home closed. Everything that was instilled inside of this funeral home since 1936 still remains to 2025. What are you going to do with what's passed on to you? I have good days. I have bad days. I have days where I don't. All that. But I still show up. Show up ugly, because I showed up ugly. The favor of God was on my life during my grief process, because I can't even tell you what that lady is. I can't tell you and comprehend a lot of moments. But sometimes I showed up and sometimes I couldn't. And I did the best that I could. And that's all that matters, that you're doing the best that you could. But I want you to ask yourself, what are you doing with the love that they left with you? Just because they gone don't mean the love gone, because that's why you're still grieving. What are you going to do with this love? How are you going to get back to your community? How are you going to finish with it? So, start again. I don't care what it's like. Start again. Start again, start again, start again. And know Know that your grief counselor love you. If you need a virtual session or anything, I'm here. DM me. It's okay not to be okay.